Hi guys, welcome to Radeon Tech. My name is Ricky. Today we're going to be testing Marble Rivals, running on the main test bench. So we're jumping into the system. Here at Radeon Tech, we like testing budget hardware, and my goal with my channel is to create as many combinations of hardware, benchmarks of as many combinations of hardware as I can. So I'm gonna, as a matter of fact, I just actually uploaded a compilation video of the previous hardware combination that I tested, which included the Ryzen 5 3500X paired with 16 gigabytes of RAM and the GTX 1070. But now I've switched to a different hardware combination, and I want to do the same thing. But let's start with today's hardware combination. Jumping into the CPU, we are running with AMD's Ryzen 5 5500. This is a 6-core dual-thread processor with a base clock speed of 3.6 gigahertz. We're running it on 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM with XMP Profile 1 enabled, which brings the memory speed up to 3200 megatransfers per second. Set up on on 4 memory modules. And I'm pairing it with an AMD Radeon RX 5600 XT. This is the XFX model of the card, and this is the 6 gigabyte model of the card. The drivers that we're using are AMD's Adrenaline software version 26.2.2, which is the latest as of the time of recording. And I'm gonna close. Task Manager uses a lot more resources than you might think. And let me go ahead and pull up GPU-Z. Okay, here we go. So it's the AMD Radeon RX 5600 XT. The most important thing in here that you want to consider are looking at things like the name, and also the BIOS version that you have. The sub vendor can tell you what kind of GPU you have. This can often be useful if you need to flash the BIOS on a GPU, but I show it so that way you guys can see the architecture that we're running with. Very good. All right, we're going to close this up. Close up File Manager, and we're going to keep Afterburner because we need it for the overlay. Yeah, I get it. I never got into Marble Rivals that much. I always find that this game is not well optimized for the art style that it has. I feel like they could do a better job, but maybe things have changed. I don't know. The last time I checked was with the GTX 1070. If you guys want to check out that video, that was posted about a year ago, I think. Anyway, so jumping into the settings, running the game on full screen on 1080p with AMD's FSR and the super resolution mode set up to quality. We have the frame generation mode is turned off because I think this is this graphics card doesn't support it anyway, so it doesn't matter. This is where the match FPS cap is, where you can set up the limiter, and I strongly recommend to set up a limiter once you determine how much FPS your system can generate, because just running the game at the highest possible FPS all the time is never good for your system. Although getting the most amount of FPS does make you more competitive, especially in shooters, so you know, it's really up to you. But I recommend finding what's a good sweet spot and then just locking it there. Like for example, with this game, I would probably run it at 60 FPS because I know that it's a little harder to run. Anyway, we are gonna jump into the graphics quality preset. We are starting on low settings. This is the low preset, and the system sets everything to low. Global illumination to SSGI. I honestly don't even know what that means. So we're gonna leave it like that in low settings, and we're gonna jump into a match. The way that I like to test hardware here at Radeon Tech is that I like to get the FPS results out of the actual match, because sometimes when you're in the lobby and things like that, the system doesn't render everything that's going on the same way that it would in the game. So it's fairly easy for the system to run give you 100 FPS at this point. And what everybody cares about primarily is the match, right? That's really what it's all about. All right, very good. So Star-Lord is like the only hero that I kind of used to playing, because this is not my main game. Alright, let's go.
Next stop, the line of the Weaver. All aboard! Fight for the good guys next time.
Some uninvited guests.
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Oh. Think you can use my doppelganger to beat me? I'm sorry. It's not gonna work.
The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum. A little help, please.
Ironically, we've been doing pretty good for this match. Okay, I should probably switch to the high priest at this point. Okay, hang on. Okay, we're gonna switch it here. Ironically, they haven't.
Shields up.
Okay, it says that I gotta wait around 14 seconds for the change to take effect. I think that's what it said. So we're gonna turn it on now because I think we're not gonna get a chance later. Not bad.
Anyone willing to help?
Someone scratch my back. Oh, that's the stuff. People usually don't let me into
All right. I mean, it's necessary for me to do this because, especially with games like this, don't have a built-in benchmark. It's difficult to actually get accurate results because each match is going to be different. Now, they do go for a similar number of assets when they build the arenas, the matches, the place where you actually play the game. So, although it's not going to be exactly the same, it will be similar. Have a good night. No, she's, what's her name? Ah, I forgot. Come on, healers. Thank you. Is, somebody going to be a healer? Who's a healer? Fine, if nobody's going to be a healer, I'll be a healer.
Who are you calling a raccoon, huh?
Okay. Alright, fine. We're gonna go for...
Who occasionally takes stuff that doesn't belong to him.
If you're close enough to hear me say this, I can't guarantee
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
that's the same.
Yes, I see them.
I'll patch you up. Don't mind me. I'm just dying. Yeah.
Alright, where are you guys? Because I see you guys going all the way over there.
Armored up.
Hang on, I'm coming. Oh, darn it.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
I'll patch you up.
Systems restart.
I can use a hand. Damn it, never fall.
Fire mode.
That fucking hurt.
You really should have known better.
You're welcome.
Thanks for the boost.
Okay, very good. So, I guess now that we have time, we should go ahead and switch over to Ultra settings.
do the right thing unless the wrong thing is more fun.
The battle starts in 5, 4,
Okay, here we go.
2.
For all the marbles. Here comes
All you need to do is capture
ultra
this
settings.
area.
The 5600 is screaming at me right now. Like, what are you doing, buddy? Okay, I'm gonna switch away from rocket because
Looks like
I suck as a
the
healer.
mission area is yours to capture now.
It's an
Capture
endless
the mission
universe.
area.
But somehow, I keep finding the worst. Oh, sweet move.
Never falls! Leave them to
Hulk, guys, Hulk is coming. Let's go. Moonlight.
Keep fighting until we have a winner. Fire mode.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Ah. Alright, very good. But of course, like I was saying earlier, those settings are way too much for my graphics card. My system does not like that. So, and I wouldn't recommend you doing that to your hardware all the time. Home screen, and let's let the graphics card cool down a little bit and calm down, and let's see if the results work this time. Okay, very good. So the first one, ignore the first one because the first one was just the test run. Let's see if we can make this a little bigger. Very good. Okay, so starting off on the low settings run, we have an average frame rate of 89.4. We have an average of 74.3 on the medium settings. We had an average of 59.6 on the high settings and an average of 56 on the ultra settings. So personally, I would run this game on medium settings locked at 60 FPS to, you know, not burn my graphics card in a month. But all in all, at least for 1080p, the 5600 works pretty good. I'm curious to see how this compares to Overwatch, so that's probably the game that I'm going to test next. So if you guys want to catch that, consider subscribing. I'm going to be doing live benchmarks on Saturday mornings. I test different games, different hardware combinations, and I'm also going to be doing some DDR3 and things like that in the near future. So, you know, if you want to learn more about computers, consider subscribing. If you have any questions at any point, feel free to ask them. I'm always checking my comments. I don't have Discord or anything like that because I'm not good at dealing with that. In any case, thank you so much for watching. This was Marble Rivals. My name is Ricky, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye for now.